What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm happy that you're here. You're looking at me, I'm looking at you. And today, I felt that it was important that we open the room up for discussion regarding squad building challenges and also objective players. And if you enjoy this type of video, we get a recap of objectives and SBCs that you should have done, at least in my opinion, or that have value or that are still available, like this video, because we can revisit this style every couple months, maybe every month, just depending how many players are being released from EA. Just as kind of a recap of if you did right, you made mistakes, and if you still got time to work with. Are we on the same page? Like the video, turn on notifications, and comment below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who's really shown up for you? Which players maybe haven't been? Good investment, bad investment? Because at the end of the day, let's be transparent. A lot of squad building challenges, they end up being lightweight scammy because you can't resell these players, and then they don't end up being good enough for the weekend league, especially not on a mid or a long term. How much value do they actually get in your squad, whether they're in the starting 11 or they're coming off the bench as a super sub?
What's up, my beautiful people? You know we equal, man. It's dirty. Hurry, gather round. Don't you worry, hold it down. This one's going through the town. Pass it around one, two, on the wall. Living life like it's FIFA, and I only came to bow.
This is my current squad. I'm sure there'll be some changes and adjustments made as we near the next weekend league, but I want you to see SBCs that I've done and different players that I've found to be useful. Starting 11, off the bench, you get an idea. And we've got more on the rotation that are just sitting in the club, and now I got to figure out what I want to even do with a couple of those players. Example 1 or even example 2. Let's discuss everything that's happened up to this point. You're welcome. Welcome to the channel. Let's begin with SBCs. These are my 5 players that you should have completed up to this point. Wang, I know, 77 overall, but he's only going to cost you 10, 11,000 coins. Most likely you're sitting on a few untradables. This ends up being a 77 overall that you're picking up for probably 5 or 6,000 max. And he could have multiple informs in a league that is weak for strikers. Bundesliga is not made of premium, historical, FIFA overpowered strikers. It's just not. Their high rated guys aren't killers. You could say that Lewandowski, arguably the best striker in the world. So be it in real life. But in FIFA, it hasn't translated. Haaland, I haven't liked him at any point. I don't care if it was a draft, a weekend, or rivals. Haaland has not done it for yours truly. He feels sluggish. His turning isn't there. And as the game has even transitioned more so where you're trying to interject and get in between and split the defenses and open up lanes of space, forget about it. You're not going to be able to do it. I'm not saying I'm an architect, but these guys aren't going to build FIFA skyscrapers. So you make an investment in someone like Wang and you hope for a couple of informs. You get the return of the investment if you need to trade him in later, or he becomes a premium super sub. It's pretty much a win-win. Worst case, you lost your 5 or 6,000 coins. James Rodriguez. I feel that there's going to be a split in the comments section. I consider this a pretty good value pickup. 84, and he has 88 passing, 88 shooting, and 88 dribbling. And at this point in the game, that's tough. But I'm also an Everton supporter, so I might have an Everton bias. But the way that I see this investment at 20,000 coins, he's likely to get a couple informs. If he ends up at an 87 or an 88, just in the value of a retrade in. Remember the days at GameStop where you'd give them a console, you get a little money kickback, you could spend that money at the store, trade in value. That's still gonna be there. Premier League at an 87 or an 88, just at face value, that's decent. That is of course under the assumption that there's gonna be more informs for James Rodriguez, which is not necessarily guaranteed, but the risk to reward still look good. But then again, I'm biased. Talisca, and I feel that many of you watching now, if you did not complete Talisca and you've gone up against him throughout the weekend league, you now regret it. 84 overall, maybe a bit of a risk when you're looking at someone who's around 65, 66,000 coins, because you're saying, well, where am I going to use him? And my mindset is, number 1, this player I've used in FIFA 21, and he got the job done on his baseline, and he's had success stories in previous iterations. And number 2, he's unique, he's unorthodox. Regardless of what players are released, what players come out, 6'3" Brazilian, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 90 agility. There's no one like that right now. Challenge me. Get in the comment section. How many 6'3" players are in FIFA 21 that have 90 or more for the agility statistic? I'll wait. It doesn't happen. It's irregular. I'm paying for that rarity. I don't mind the chance that I'm creating or the chance that I'm taking or the risk that I'm assuming. But I will say this. Last weekend, I went 27-3 on a road to glory, and Talisca off the bench had 14 goals and 11 assists. Just from that weekend league alone, it was worth the 65,000 coins. Even if I didn't get anything else from Talisca. Denayer. This could be the first of many, but it is the first. At 58,000 coins, his 3 keys are strong. You're looking at meta. I wish he was a little bit taller, but the pace is there. The athleticism, the physical is there, and the defense is there. I mean, when you look at his physical and you really analyze this, it's a mad scientist type of Frankenstein allocation. It's wild. Everything is green, extra green, bright green. Granny Smith apples, that fresh, crispy lettuce. 420 friendly. He is in a bit of an off league, so it does depend what you're doing with the Ligoon. That might be the question mark, but that is a fair price point for someone who will start currently in your weekend league squad. And rounding out the SBCs, we have brand new Atal, 22,000 coins, 83 overall. I know you have untradables that will fulfill these requirements. Will he get an upgrade? Apparently there is a 22% chance at the time that we're recording this video. But going from a 79 to an 82 for a player who has once again historically been special. Last year, one of my favorite foot items to use, team of the season Atal. I'll take the 3-point bump. I might pay a slight premium with the hopes that 22% chance goes up and that we get upgrades, because with an UCL item, of course, it continually upgrades as the team has success and they progress and they prosper. Either way, even at the 82, I could still use them. Objectives. This is a little different because you're investing time. You're not investing anything out of the back pocket. Unless you had to build a squad, but I don't know what you have in the club or what kind of team you need. So there's a lot of what ifs and question marks. The point I'm making is you're not investing a bunch of coins that you can never see again. You are potentially investing quite a few hours that are not going to be welcomed back into your lifestyle, but it's a different compare and contrast. These are the 5 players that I would recommend focusing on, or you should have focused on. Koundé, who is currently out, 82, fast, free, French, La Liga. The only downfall is only 5'10", but you don't have to pay anything. It's just going to be a little grindy. But for someone who could potentially be a starter for you for a small grind, it's not the worst case scenario. Aaron Long, you just saw him in my starting 11. This man's a freak, 6'1". Only took me about 45 minutes of playing stress-free online friendlies that don't even go on your record. I'm just chilling with the chat, having a good time, and he made my starting 11. And we got 27 wins with Aaron Long and Icopar as center back partners. And this foot item in particular looks kind of crazy. Another one of those physical statistics, the whole allocation, you almost can't believe it. Might have a New York Red Bulls bias involved here as well, but he just came off a fantastic weekend. And it costs you next to nothing from a time perspective, and it's absolutely free from a financial perspective. And this is still available. So if you're seeing this video, please complete all MLS players that are available when you go into objectives and then milestones. I repeat, complete all. And this continues our theme. The next objective, Lima. Self-explanatory. Look at the foot item. I just made a video talking about some of the most overpowered center backs and fullbacks. I'm not going to get carried away in case you haven't seen those videos. But this is a hint or a slight spoiler that both of these players might make my top 10 or could make my top 10. Or maybe even they're pushing the top 5. And you have to do nothing or very minimal. Lima, you do have to grind a little bit. It's going to take 15 games. Do it over time. As recording, there are 9 or 10 days left to complete Lima. The cops are outside. They're coming for this deal. These MLS players are the best steal of anything that we've seen released up to this point in FIFA 21 for objectives, for SBCs. Cops are really coming for us today. Hey guys! The point is, complete Lima, complete Aaron Long. Mook! Oh, and I regret not doing the grind. I just went up against this man minimum 10 out of the 30 games I played throughout the weekend league, and everyone's using him as a center back instead of a fullback. That's what you should do. He's 6'2". He's the ideal center back type of height and size and presence. He was just so difficult to get around. You can't defeat him. I mean, 85 agility, 85 balance, 85 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, and he has the stamina, he has the jumping, he has the strength. He lacks nothing, and he can get the ball out of the back. He's comfortable. This man has everything that you look for in a center back. Why would you not play him there? A little clunky for a fullback, still will do the job. Depends what type of fullback you like. Offensively, he's not going to be a skiller. He's not going to have that razzle dazzle. He's not necessarily going to let you down on the touches, but he's just not going to give you that full wingback experience if you know that you're looking for that. And that's a question only you can answer. Be honest with yourself. But either way, Mook, the real deal. The realest of deals. And last but not least, Jota, who's actually a fantastic FIFA player. Last year in FIFA 20, he went 30-0. Has now, of course, transferred to Liverpool, and that's a big reason at an 80 overall. And I don't know how he actually doesn't have an inform up to this point, but you feel that it's inevitable with Liverpool. They play attacking football. They have a lot of talented players that are unselfish. Jota's going to get chances to score goals. He'll get 1v1s. He'll get multiple opportunities for informs and for growth. As long as you're getting PT on that Liverpool side, receiving an inform or an upgrade isn't a matter of if, it's a question of when. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed everything, if you want me to do these types of recaps every month or every couple months, please like the video and talk to me in the comments. Whether it's SBCs, it's objectives, a mix of both. Who have you completed? Who did I leave off? Where do you disagree, agree? We can have that open conversation, the dialogue, the back and forth. I'm here for it. I'll be going through all those. I appreciate you. Stay beautiful, my friends, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.